Morning, everyone. We're at the official press conference for the Cayes Concacaf Commission to match day 2. We have the Cavalier versus Juventus. We have head coach here, Rudolph Speed, and goalkeeper Jaden White with us. Anyone open for questions?
Firstly, Rudolph Speed. The first game, you lost the first game, but you're a veteran in this tournament now. How do you bounce back for this one at home?
Yeah, just not panic and look at where we went wrong, which we have seen some stuff that we could have done better. Also, we did look at the team and we thought we saw some things that we could exploit, but the problem with the team is that they played with 13 players the match before, so we are expecting that they'll probably have about 10 new players for this encounter, so it's kind of difficult to gauge where they are, but yeah, we're hopeful.
I think last week you said that you're kind of going through a transitional period. You would have lost a couple of key players. How do you manage that process now with Cavalier?
Well, it's really 12 players, so it's a lot and some really good ones. But we have promoted from within our ranks as much as we can. We've also went overseas for a few players. 2 of them hasn't arrived as yet, so we're still short staff. But I have faith in who we have, and I think we'll, give a good account of ourselves.
Jigging, I can't say it gets easier, but having the experience of playing in this tournament, winning it last year, do you guys even think or worry about losing the first game and just into the next one?
Nah, I think as a team, we sat and we spoke about the game, and we just know that we didn't play to the best of our ability, especially in the first half. And we sat and we decided that the way we play the second half, we're going to play every game from that moment on, in that manner, the way in which we train. So I don't think the first game will be a problem to us. We have already moved on from that, and we are ready for tomorrow.
What's the fuel behind Cavalier? Because generally, and technical director Speed always talk about it, maybe persons don't look at you as the most glamorous teams, but you guys get the job done. What really fuels the kind of spirit that is there at Cavalier?
It's the togetherness and love of the players. We all know one another. We've been playing together since under 13s, most of us. And if we never played on the same under 13s, we were under 15 and then under 13s, and then we'd have joined up at this point. So that is the thing. It has always been one way, and then coach always keep him tactics them sharp and spicy for the players to understand. So we can always go to and get it done.
Kind of the same question for you, coach, in terms of how do you keep, even when you change our players? Because if you look through the years, you've lost numerous players to different clubs, but you just keep winning. How do you build that kind of culture at Cavalier?
Yeah, the culture is there because the players are so competitive even in training a lot of the times, but also there's a lot of ways to beat teams. So some of the times we look at the team weaknesses. Sometimes is there really their strengths we use against them, but there's different way to beat team, and we seem to always able to find a way, and the players, as you know, would execute. So yeah, I think that will continue to some extent. We might start slow this year, but we'll pick up.
Yeah. Does the mindset change if you're playing at home and home relatively here at Savannah Park versus playing overseas? Does the mindset change, or you guys just have one objective all the time?
No, we always try to win. I mean, the game is different now than before. It is more fair in its structure in terms of officiating everything. So now you can take chances and try to win game abroad, which we would have done. This is the first Caribbean Cup we would have lost our first game, so we're like in unfamiliar territory. But you know what they say: you learn more when you lose. I hope we'd have learned a lot from that loss.
Is it true that it's harder to defend the title than to win it?
Well, we have always defended anything that we have, and we'll be defending it again this year.
Coach, first loss, as I said, in the competition. What does that do for confidence where it is concerned for you and also the team?
Yeah, we know we're always going to be up against it. Cibao had everything in their favor at home, revenge on their mind. But we'd have gladly swapped winning the final and give them this one. So we're not really worried. Of course, it makes life a little bit harder for us now. So we know what we have to do. We need to get points in this game, and that's all we focus on right now.
JD, for you, when the senior players in the team, what is it like now being this one of the senior players in the team and also command the team out there on a match like this?
Nothing has really changed. I've always been a senior player in the team, whether I've been playing or just sitting on the bench. Nothing has changed. As I said, we know what we have to do. It's not lost on our minds that we have to win these games to advance out of the group, and we are not participants in any competitions. We are always competitors. So we all know that in ourselves that tomorrow we have to go out there and get the job done.
All right, Coach. Goal scoring seems to be a little bit of an issue so far. What's your thoughts on that, where that's concerned?
Oh yeah, it will be a problem until it's just not a problem. And I hope that tomorrow it's just not going to be a problem. We worked on it. We'll put more people in attacking positions. So it's just a matter of mindset because the people who have scored goals before, and I think they are still capable of scoring goals. In the preseason, we're scoring goals. So I'm not really worried. What we have done is diversify where we get the goals from because it's hard to replace a Atkinson and a Jalmara Calvin and a King with one goal. But yeah, we're looking for diversity, and I'm sure it will click sometime.
Where logistics is concerned, how difficult is it for you to be managing Jamaica Premier League, who started early this season, and also traveling, coming back, playing games in the Jamaica Premier League, come back to play CONCACAF games? How difficult does it be for you, sorting out logistics and also player welfare?
It's not difficult. We're used to it now. The truth is we'd have preferred the Premier League to start earlier because I think that was one of the disadvantage for us. Cibao had already played 3 games in their Premier League. We were 0. They were much faster, a little bit more sharper than us. And I think our Premier League should take into consideration what their teams has to do. So Mount Pleasant would have suffered from the same thing. I think hope next year we will start a little bit earlier so our teams can be better prepared.
Any more questions?
Final one from me. What have you found to be the difference, whether a big difference, minor difference between our Premier League and playing at the CONCACAF level, and how do you adjust to that?
Well, it depends on who you play, but in a Dominica Republic team would have internationals from Argentina, Colombia, all of those countries, so they really have top professionals, in their ranks. Trinidad would have fairly good players too. Some of them would have played overseas, so I think those two, the Haitians, they are very good, skillful on the ball, so they are forced to work on it all the time. The rest is a little step below, so you have an idea when you play what is going to happen. But I think Jamaica Premier League has improved tremendously, and we're getting better competition. Some of the times I think it's easier to beat the team overseas than to beat the Premier League teams here, because they really know everything about us. So that's really what happened.
Just to follow up with that, does it help having, as you mentioned, more overseas-based players playing in the Premier League? Does it help us, you think?
Yes, I think all of us in Jamaica should try and get more players from the Caribbean to play in our Premier League. So if we had, every team is allowed 6, if every team had 6, it would be pretty interesting, I think.
Thank you so much.
Yeah,
Any
welcome.
more questions? All right, that concludes the press conference for the CONCACAF Caribbean Cup match day 2 between the CONCACAF Cavalier and Juventus De Cayes. Thank you very much for tuning in, and we're out.
Yeah.